gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host, Superman in the house, is here. Hope you guys have a good day today because the markets are green, so it's kind of positive. We're going to check out where the stock market is today, where the crypto market is. We're going to look at, obviously, PulseChain, a little bit of PulseChain news as well with a couple of projects. And, of course, we're also waiting for the launch of Railgun and Rail Wallet, and of course tied into Tornado Cash and all that from Liberty Swap. So that countdown, I think, is about 4 days away, guys. So that is major, and I cannot say enough, major for PulseChain, because there's probably going to be a lot of use on PulseChain for that, and maybe even some billionaires might use it. You just never know. You just never know. And of course, we're also going to get into ProveX and have a look at the latest results. We're counting it down. I think there's only an hour and a half left for day 15. So we're going to count down for that. And Rackham Rochelle is in the house. He's keeps putting his head in the ring, teasing at least maybe some action from him. So that's going to be pretty fun to see that play out. Anyway, let me get the link for the X, and you guys can share it around for the show. So let me just find that and share it out. Sharing is caring, as they say. So share show on X, I think is what I normally write. Bam, there we go. We got Magnus in the house, nice and early. Hey, good to see you, Magnus. Hey, Superman, good to see you. And that is the link right there for the show. So share that around as well. All right, let's get into it. Now, if you guys didn't share, check out yesterday. I did a double live stream yesterday. We had RhinoFi team on yesterday. They were great. What a great bunch of guys. And you got to check out that interview. It's about 55 minutes long. And we would go through pretty much the whole protocol. You check out the fundamentals and all that, the 28-day recharging, earning sweet rewards just by holding Rhino. Lots of opportunities there, so check them out. And pretty good entry price right now with the markets down. So pretty cool, but they got that big, fat, juicy reserve, and that's going to be pretty awesome in the future. So check it out. All right, let's jump into the stock market news and go from there. Because we had another green day on the stock market. So let's check it out. So S&P 500 jumps as AI momentum returns ahead of Thanksgiving. And of course, as you guys know, the key enabler for that was the NVIDIA returns on the 19th of November. And that was very positive. And the forward outlook, even more positive. So that was super, super good. And the market is picking up from there. So we've got the Dow Jones at the moment up 0.2%, 314 points to 47,400. We've got the S&P 500 up 0.7%, 47 points to 6,800. And so that's on track, for Tom Lee's 7,000 target for the end of the year. We also got the NASDAQ there up 0.8%, 190 points to 23,214. So that is really, really good there on the NASDAQ. US dollar is depreciated a little bit, 99.52 versus its trading partners. Remember, it was 108 when Trump came in, so it has depreciated since he came in. Crude oil there is at $58.56. It's up 0.75%. Brent oil, I don't know where that was open, but it's flat there at price $62.44. We got the gold price at the moment up 0.75%, $31, just below 4,200 right now. So not at the highs, but certainly looking impressive. And silver there up almost 4%. Can you believe it? Almost $2 at $53. So silver is absolutely doing amazing, isn't it? Let's look over the last month for silver. We can see the high was back here, $54. And here we are at 53. So we're climbing up. Now, you guys know we're expecting that to run potentially between 75 and 125 bucks. So it's going to be the ultimate run in commodities, particularly silver. What we're expecting over the golden age of America into 26, 27. As you know, obviously, if the economy does well, there's going to be a lot more demand on precious metals and metals generally, etc. So pretty cool. So that was pretty much it, the highlights there. Obviously, in the video, it was rising in the markets. and we're obviously looking towards the Federal Reserve, right? So increased confidence that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates next month has been boosted. So that's pretty cool, with a number of Fed policymakers speaking out in support of easing monetary policy over the course of the last few days. Weaker than expected retail sales data for September indicated the US consumer was struggling a little bit, while data released earlier Wednesday showed that the initial jobless claims increased by more than 200,000 last week. Markets are pricing in an over 80% chance the Fed will cut rates by 25 basis points during its December 9th to 10th meeting, were up sharply from the roughly 40% chance seen last week. So things have just turned in our favor, and I did feel like it was going to happen, and it looks like it's heading that direction. So it provides anecdotal indications about the state of the economy, effectively replacing the delayed third quarter GDP. And of course, we're looking forward to bigger economic data moving forward. So let's have a quick look at the. Actually, we had something else down there, didn't we? The Fed also received more cues on its inflation with the PCE price index for September, which was expected to be released this week, being on schedule for December the 5th. The Commerce Bureau's economics said so. It looks like we're not getting that until the 5th of December for the inflation data. That's crazy close to the meeting. So remember, the PCE inflation data is a broader economic indicator for inflation, and it's the preferred gauge of the Fed. And so that's only like 5 days before the decision. So that is going to be highly looked on now. I mean, that's even more so given that it's only 5 days ahead. So it's going to be interesting to see where that lands and how that sways things. But certainly the Fed monitor, let's have a look at it. Currently 1 week and 6 days away. So that's been pushed out, 9 days for that on the 5th of December for the PCE data. So that's ticking away. The 10th of December, keep it in your calendars, and the 5th of December as well for the inflation, right? Where that could move the markets a little bit there. We've got 80% expecting a rate cut, 25 basis points. Now, what is the January looking like? Well, we've got the same 62% expecting the same rate cut. So it will be dependent on December. We've got 24% expecting another 25 basis points cut in January at the moment. And looking to March, we've got the same amount, 37%, 25 basis point cut. Only 9% or so expecting a further rate cut to 3.25. Now, I do think there should be a cut, every single meeting until it gets close to the inflation rate of 3%. And so we're going to find out what the PCE rate is coming out on the 5th of December. So that's kind of the play. Good rule of thumb is a 1-to-1, right? And we know that the Fed's have been pretty bad under Powell's leadership, being too late, going too strong, etc. And then, of course, taking too long to pull it back. But fortunately for the United States, they've got Trump and Trump's economists, which supply side. And of course, this was a no-brainer for decades. Finally, we've got the team that needs to do the job. So pretty awesome. Obviously, in the first term, but second term, they're working even more broadly, which is pretty awesome. More fully on the whole United States. What do I mean by that? Well, they're working on the United States balance sheet and income statement at the same time. So it's pretty awesome. So it's going to be pretty neat. All right, let's jump into the crypto news. And let's see how the market responded. I think it was pretty good. So let's check it out. All right, so total crypto market cap, 3.18 trillion, up 2.3% overnight. So we'll take that. We like green candles. I think we can all appreciate that. We got Bitcoin, guys, is back over 90,000. That's pretty awesome. So we're up 3.7% at $90,300 for Bitcoin. Ethereum there at the moment is up 3.2% at 3,000. So back over 3,000 as well. So some key milestones there in terms of hopefully we get our Christmas rally, right? That's the one. We got number 4 is XRP up 1.5%, $2.22. BNB up 4.2% at $892 at number 5. Solana at number 6 is up 4.4%, $143. Tron at number 8 is up 1% at 27.6 cents. And then number 10 is Doge, up 2.3% at 15.5 cents. So those are our top 10 right now. And the best performer is Solana. They're up 4.4% last 24 hours. Last week, the best performer is still Solana, up 8.1% for the week. So those are top 10. Top 100 at the moment over the last week, we got Rain. It's up 128%. So it's powered itself into the top 100. We got Casper there at number 74 is the second best performer, almost 40%. Number 35 is World Liberty Financial, third best performer last week, 20%. Number 16 is Bitcoin Cash, and that is up 14%. Number 4, and then we got Quant there sitting at number 86, is the fifth best performer last week, up 11%. So those are the top performers in the top 100. And top gainers over the 1,000. We got, was it, I guess, a Xeon? Is that the way you'd say that? We got Merlin Chain, and then we got ERS as well. We'll have a quick look at the Merlin Chain there. And we can see that's been around since April 2024, but having quite a lot of volatility in the last day or two. Look at that, 21 cents all the way to 41 cents. So some pretty crazy stuff there on the old Merlin Chain. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now. We've got the trending Monad, Pudgy Penguins, Tom Lee's favorite, and Rain there right now. So those are trending right now. And total market cap 3.18 trillion, up 2.3%. Bitcoin on the move. So let's have a closer look at Bitcoin here on Coinbase. We got obviously the death cross played out back here. It was playing out a while before that, but crossed over on the 16th of November on the daily. And of course, we came down pretty dramatically. What was the correction that we had? Well, from the all-time high back on the 6th of October of around 126,000. We came all the way down to about 36% correction. So pretty crazy in 46 days. So a pretty brutal period of time, 46 days of brutality in the old crypto markets. And now we're back up, right? So we're back up. So far, back up 12%, and that is equivalent to almost $10,000 back up on the price there. So we bounced off about 80,500 or so, and we're up at 90,335. Pretty cool. So hopefully this will be a short-lived little death cross, because we know we'd avoided it multiple times on the old Bitcoin chart, right? The death cross. We did have it now. Maybe it'll have the little correction there, and hopefully we'll zigzag our way up for glory and get some pretty insane gains over the next, next 6 weeks, something like that, by the end of the year, 31 days plus another 4 days. So maybe 5 weeks. And of course, we've got the big catalyst there, the interest rates. Now, the only thing that's outstanding I'm aware of is that's to the downside is the Supreme Court and the emergency tariffs. I haven't heard anything on that yet. I'm not sure when that's scheduled for, but that is a wild card there that wouldn't generally, that would be pretty negative. So we'll try and keep up to date with that. So positive at the moment, the interest rate cuts are looking positive. Definitely looking like, there's a big group inside there, the Trump group, as it were. Powell, remember, is going to be leaving next year. I can't remember if it was March or May. Can't remember if it was March or May, but he's leaving next year. And anyway, so yep, that's looking pretty positive. The inflation data on the 5th of December will be very key. All right, let's jump over to Ethereum. At the moment, Ethereum, of course, just gone into a death cross there. But hopefully it's going to be a fake out, because we're getting this exactly what we wanted, right? These green candles. And so far, so good. And of course, the sentiment is moving more positive. So I do not expect this to play out very aggressively and be a bit of a fake out on this death cross at the moment, barring any bad news. So we had the liquidation event on the 10th of October. That was pretty severe. And we had the market maker there having to fix themselves up. And so it's pretty much been that, 7 weeks now into that 8-week potential for it to correct. It looks like we're getting it now, right? So it's kind of cool on the old Ethereum there at 3,000. We know Tom Lee's been buying, regardless. And all the others are fearful, but Tom Lee is seeing the big vision, and we love it. There we go. All right, so that leads us into our PulseChain updates as we're kicking through the markets here for, Wednesday's results. So let's jump into PulseChain. We're going to talk about a few projects as well, I think, as we move into it. So day 929. 929, guys, since PulseChain launched on the 30th of May 2023. A full system stake copy of Ethereum on the 10th of May 2023. And pretty awesome times. So there we go. Now let's see where we're at here. So we've got Pulse at quadruple 0203, up a 7.6%. So nice gain. This is the first gain we've seen for PulseChain for a while now. Very, very cool. We've been sitting down at about 1,800 or so, or less sometimes. So we're now back at 20% of the mean sacrifice. Pretty cool. Ideally, we want to get back over the 2200. That'd be pretty cool if we could do it today. And then back over 2700, right? So at the moment, we're at 2000. That's a very psychological level. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0136 is up 9%. So it's kind of cool. And we're sitting only at 13.6% of the mean sacrifice price. So still pretty cheap value there. The ratio, two-thirds of one PulseX is worth two-thirds of a Pulse. So it's pretty close at the moment. And we've got burn at the moment. The burn is at 8.17%. So 8.17% of the public supply of PulseX is being bought up and burned based on Gold Coast numbers. Go Pulse, I should say. Ink token at the moment, 74 cents, up 5.6%. And we got Hex on PulseChain is up 9.8% at 41 hundredth of a penny. EHEX is at 13 hundredth of a penny. Combined price of EX and PX is over half a cent at 54, just under 54 hundredth of a penny right now. So Hex on PulseChain, the best performer out of the Richard Hart cores. Let's go to the gas prices and have a quick look at that. Pretty high at the moment. So we've normally been about 100, 200,000 beats. We're at 1.1 million as we're talking right now. So we've got a bit of a spike relative to what we have been recently, but this is still pretty cheap, pretty low on there. So we've got 8/10 of a penny right now. We've been enjoying 1 or 200th of 2/10 of a penny. So we're up quite a bit there at the moment as we're streaming. Validators right now, 52,470. Boy, they've been climbing the last 2 days, haven't they? So we've climbed, almost 450 plus validators, I would say, in the last 2 days. So that's a big climb. And why not? Pulse is so cheap right now. It's worthy. It's worthy. Bridge at the moment. We've got $84 million on the bridge value. Obviously, EHEX sitting at 1300th of a penny there. Kind of cool. Now, I've got a last snapshot. Should we have a little look at that? I can't remember when I did it. When was the snapshot? It was the 16th of November. So that's pretty good, actually. 16th, so let's say 11 days ago. 11 days ago, we were sitting at 85.6 million. So we're only down 85. We're down 1.9 million since then over the last 11 days. 1.9 million. But what was what? So we had 6,320 ETH back then, and 11 days ago we got 6,180 now. So we're down 140. Is it 140 ETH? The DAI we had 18.7. We're at 18 now, so we're down 700,000 in DAI. USD Tether was 15.4. We're at 15.8 plus. So we're down just over 430,000, I think, in USDC. EHEX was the volumes are actually up on EHEX. We're up about 100 million in EHEX over there, just over that actually. And what else? The value is actually pretty close because of the volume increase. We're not much different from we're down still about $70,000, but that's about it. Coast is the same pretty much, or it's down just slightly actually, about $7,000. USD Tether was 5.3 million. We're at just below 5.3, so down maybe $20,000 there. Wrap Bitcoin pretty much the same, although the Bitcoin price is down 200 grand, no 150 grand. So that's pretty much it on those. So it's not the end of the world. It's down a little bit, I would say. ETH is probably the biggest one there. ETH in the DAI. We've got Sean O'Malley in the house there. Good morning. All-time high is nigh. I like that, Sean. I like that. So that is pretty much it on that. Let's have a look at the PulseChain stats, and bring up the bridge data. I always forget to pull this up often, but let's see where the bridge was. Now we're going to get another snapshot in about an hour or so, but this is yesterday's one, so we might as well have a look at it. So we were down 138k. So let's see whether we got a bit of a green candle. I'll be able to look at that tomorrow, but it will be coming out in about an hour or so. It's on UTC timestamp, I think. So I think that's about right. So we've had little drainages every day, around 100 or so, 1,000, 150,000. So one day I think it was like 8,000, but that's what it is. So that's where we are right now. And of course we've got Railgun coming up soon, right? So that's going to be neat. All right, let's get to the volumes. We've got 8.7 million volume. So we've been doing pretty lousy on PulseChain. Let's just be fair. We have had the ProveX sacrifice, so we obviously had capital leakage into that. But we've got 8.7 million at the moment. We had been doing about 6.6 million for days after day after day. So we're up a little bit today. 404,000 transactions. That's definitely up as well. And what's the project? So we got this one here. Uranus launched 8 hours ago. I'm not sure who launched this one, but it's up 8,200%. Now, I'm not endorsing any particular project. We'll have a quick look at this one, see whether it's got a website apparently. I don't know the security around it, so just take note of that. I mean, the quick intel says it's no issues, but like say, you have to do a proper check. Not sure if this is run by a team or just another random pump tires. Does have a website though. So we'll have a little look. But I'm not endorsing just because I'm looking. I'm not endorsing. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Just that. That's it. So yeah, pretty lax. Anyway, being pumped at the moment. Whoever's running that. Anon as well. This has been around for 11 days. PulseChain Anonymous up 97%. So I'm not sure who's running this either, but it's being pumped today by a market maker. Had low volume, couple $1,000, and then got pumped with 60K today. So that is anonymous there. Just trying to have a look to see whether it's obvious who's doing it. There are people in the community that launched successive tokens, right? So all the tokenomics there. Boy, it's got a big amount of information there. So yeah, there it is. All right, so that's on the move. Teddy Bear from James Maria, that's up 48% right now. So that's got pumped out of the blue there. Let's have a look at the volume on this one. Yeah, we've got market make it and pretty big there. So that is a Teddy Bear on the move from James Maria. So look at the weekly because it's been around for so long. Coming off the bottom, really, local bottom. Was down at 8 zeros 3,900. Now it's 8 zeros 50, almost 5,700. There, quite a nice pump, 50%. All right, so it's Teddy Bear. Unity from Cryptographics is up 28% as well. And this is paired with PulseX, right? And that's a nice little move up there actually. And we're past day 100. Remember, we're heading towards day 110 when the buy and burn gets transferred from the fractal. So that's just ticking away there at the moment. Nice little pump day today. We might see a little run on that one. Be interesting. I wonder how Taurus is doing. Maybe we should check that out at some stage. We got Love.io from Mr. Anderson, up 26%. We don't know what these guys are doing. They kind of said they were waiting for the market, but when is that going to be? Is that 2026, the beginning of next year? Are they still pressing forward with the networks? Where they might expand this brand. The brand's great, right? But we'll see. So we're at what's it? 6 zeros, 6,000. Now we've got pumped today to 7,900. So a nice little pump there, 26%. Not sure aware of any update there. Should we have a quick look? Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's see if they've got any update on that. The Mr. Love. No, the last thing was the show that I did actually got posted. Look at that. That was a great picture there actually. Yeah. What else there? Anders. Yeah, no, that's it. So yeah, no update there. I'm not sure if Mr. Anders got one on his profile, but that is it on love.io. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And that's one of the wild cards, right? That if they did actually, have platforms like, I don't know whether they did like teen networks or something like whatever they do, that's, or social media influencers, could be quite good, right? Could be quite good. So we'll see. We'll see where they head there. Atropa along with James Maria, is Teddy Bear, is James Maria up for 25%, number 11. What else is worth going? Let's have a quick look at Atropa actually, see how that chart looks like too. It's looking a bit better. A lot of volatility in it, of course. You ride it through. There's the weekly chart, by the way. We've got a nice little green pump there after many weeks. Look at that, down. That would have been pretty hard going down there. And looks like we bounced from 3,700 to 4,600, or 4.6 cents, I should say. On the move there. World's greatest pre-die printer from OG WebChef. So we've got some of these ecosystems on the move today. That's up 23% at $2.07. And let's have a look at the die pair, I guess. And little pump, down chart. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these charts. It's not what we want to look at is the ratios, but obviously there's against die, and that's at $2.05 coming off the bottom there right now. Swarm at number 15 is up 20% as well. This is launched by, of course, Nuke Supply team, and it's on the move. Pretty Swarm. Nuke Supply? No, maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm confusing myself now. Pump tires, yeah. Yeah, not you supplier. What is it? It's the other one. There's another project. So I just wrong associated. That's another project that I can't remember off the top of my head now. All right, Swarm out there. We got Reserve Tau, related, I guess, to I think it's James Maria, maybe the USDX team, up 90% as well. So we've got James Maria on the move today, and a bit of OG WebChef as well. RSI is up at 12%. We got most of course was the top pump tires. It's been now left in the dust by good old Peacock there, but it's up 11.5% today. So a nice little move there. But is reliant on the community moving it, right? And it's got a lot of holders, so that's at 6,400 of a penny at the moment. So there we go. That is most, just up a little bit today. We got Dye, good old pump tires Dye, up 11% as well. People are getting excited, of course, a little bit there with the launch of Railgun and also Layer Zero. I'm not sure how that's mechanism set up, but that's coming. 00022. We'll see whether the pump tires Die gets to ride the train along with the PRC 20 pump tires Die, and maybe bad Die. I mean, good Die. Good old good Die there. That's a joke. We got P Tiger in house. He's up 11%. So influencer P Tiger, he's on them up. Look at that. So he, it's easy to say, hey, I've got a good crew, got a bunch of people around me. But I guess the chart sort of tells you whether that's true or not. And it looks like the chart's telling it's true at the moment, at least for the moment. You're only as good as your last moment. Something like that. Brennan's in the house. Howdy, super. Good to see you, Brennan. Big shout out. We're doing a slight comedy show today. Very, very bad, poor jokes. But we're at 2,700 of the penny right now, up 11% on the old P Tiger. Crypto Tiger God is the rising influencer there, rising star. We got PTC, the Atropa on the move. It's up 11%. Sparta with its treasury up 11%. We've got Hex at the moment, obviously up 11%. So Sparta will move on the back of Hex, no doubt. Let's go have a look at the treasury again on the old Sparta. We looked at, obviously, yesterday, we looked at RhinoFi, and they've got their treasury / recharge cycle. And so, yeah, we've got a treasury here as well. So we've got the treasury down here. It says $109,000 in the treasury, and they've got some Hex, apparently $3,800 in Hex. So Hex you'd argue would move it, but most of their value is actually in non-Hex tokens. So maybe the market misreads that. I don't know. I'm not sure what the other tokens are, but there we go. Might have to do a deep dive on there. All right, so that is a Sparta. This is Sparta. We got PTC the Grays finally in the move, though. It's at 12.50, so really discounted. And I really like this project. It's the first DAO on the PulseChain. It's got Pierre Banana, does a great job, doing the analytical representing side of it, and it's getting a bit of a kick today. So it got down to 4 zeros, so it lost a zero. Can I believe it? Went to 9,800. Now at 000 12.50. It's got a lot of big holders, but it's also got a lot of big influencers supporting it. The one thing I'd say about it is that it's, in my view, it's facing competition from Vouch, which has got validators plus taxes. But this does have locking and staking. So there we go. So does Vouch, though, doesn't it? I don't know about locking part, but it has the staking part at least. What else? Finvestor from OG WebChef, $3.10, up 9%. Not too bad. There's a little pump there going on there today with the old Finvestor. It's the grandparent of the OG WebChefs. Pulse Puppy, number 34, up 9%. A lot of the Richard Cores in here, all the way down to number 40. We've got UFO, along with PDC the Grays. It's up 8% there as well. I think that's coming off the bottom too, is it? Yeah, it's coming off what's just sitting on that local bottom at the moment. So let's move a bit higher here. Firewhale is up 5.9%. We've got Doubt token at the moment. So I think Doubt's sitting below most, isn't it? I think it's the second most valuable pump tires. So that's number 46, up 7.7%. Pepe also pump tires up 7% as well. So if we quick look at Pepe, see where that's at the old pump tires. So there we go, 00068 right now. Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to compare some of these pump tire ones with the PRC 20 copies, see how they're performing. But I think we're moving. We actually, have you noticed? We're moving into People have been pushing the tokenomics on the old PulseChain, and we've had obviously a lot of volatility that comes with that, particularly when they're new. And we're actually seeing, we've got some tokens that have treasuries, and they have reflection tokens, filling that, and that those treasuries can help sustain it further into the future, give it more time, of course, to get new users and stuff like that. But we're also getting, tokens that have got more businesses behind them, right? Things that are actually able to fund them in a more consistent, sustainable way. And I think these ones are going to be emerging as the high value ones, right? The ones that are going to be separating from the rest of the pack, because the rest of the pack all require promotion or people growth and users. So you kind of need that combination. Whereas these other ones, they got treasuries, they got businesses behind them, and those ones are going to separate out the wheat from the chaff, as it were. And this is going to be, I think, quite dramatic. So that's probably what we're going to end up talking about a lot of the same projects all the time, because they're the ones that are going to be, moving. Their value will be separating from the rest of the pack. So that's definitely something we've been seeing a lot lately, and we want to see that, right? We want to see that happen. We want to see a lot more sustainable projects. What I call, they're not all blue chips, but we want to see a good bunch of blue chips, and then a whole ton of other good solid projects underneath that, and then the rest, everyone else, and everything else, right? Which is the place. We got Frank White in house there. Good to see you, Frank White. Bang bang, PulseChain gang. All right, so that is kind of where we are right now. Let's scroll down a little bit further here. We've got Petius on the move. Now, Petius, of course, is the number one DEX aggregator on PulseChain, also tied into a lot of the projects. Also, we're waiting for their second portfolio or second project, or what do you call it? Project launch, which is around AI and trading and things like that. So that is at 7%. Now, there's also the ones when we get PulseChain on the move, we should suspect that this will get re-rated dramatically, and it earns fees, right? So it's at was 2.5 cents 2 weeks ago. There's weekly candles, and we're up at 3.2 cents right now. So looking at the daily, you can see we're getting a bit of a move here, bit of value going there. Pretty small pull, but still on the move there, and probably dramatically undervalued at the moment, but may get dramatically re-rated in the future should PulseChain get on that big rally, right? All right, so that's kind of where we are with Petius. Let's scroll down here. We've got Vouch. Now, Vouch, I've got a little talk about Vouch, so let's got Vouch in here. So Vouch is one of the projects we're going to pull out, and we can see on the daily we've been coming out of oversold, and it's on a move right now. So I was asked, to talk about this back up here when the price was really high, but I didn't want to do that because I just suspected that the RS that it was basically going to be sold off after that, and I ended up being right about that. Now, you're not always right, but got right with that one, and because otherwise I've been talking about people and people might have bought it up, potentially. Not that they have to do their own due diligence, but that came back, and look, it's come back all the way back here. And it seems to be finding a nice little level around here, this quadruple 2000 mark, I guess, or 2200 mark. So that's kind of cool. And but this has got validating income, and it's now number one validator as well as reflection tokens. So I don't know, it just seems dramatically superior to potentially PTC the Greys from memory. I'd love to see Prairie Banana's view on that. But yeah, that's just on the face of it, without doing too much deep dive. It does seem like that with the double income there. Now let's jump over to the news around that. So Vouch put this out. This is on the 18th, so it's 10 days old. But they had 4,570 validators at that time. Number one validator on PulseChain. I believe they may have gone to 5,000 validators now. I think they may have. I saw something about that 5,000 validators. So this is just a beautiful layout, right? So was it Jexa? I think Jexa is the one that runs this project. He's an Australian guy, very smart guy, probably one of the smarter guys in the community in terms of conceptual understandings, and you can see it in his little diagram, really nicely laid out. So it's a pretty cool system there. So yep, you got validating and the reflection token, really super powerhouse there. That's what we want to see, right? Quality projects like that. So really excited. So if you're thinking about you want low risk but potentially large upside, these blue chips are what we're after, right? These are the ones. So looking pretty good there. All right, so that is Vouch. Looking solid there at the moment at 4.02300 on the US dollar price. So let's scroll down a bit further from that. Let's scroll down here and see what else we've got. Volt 3. So now we've got Vouch. Now we've got Volt as well. Volt looks like it's going to be a juggernaut as well, adding to the blue chips community. It hasn't launched yet though, of course. So, but conceptually, it's looking like it will be added into the list. In fact, I should do a show just on that, shouldn't I? I should do a show just covering what I consider blue chips, or at least emerging ones. Maybe we could do blue chips and emerging, something like that. Emergence. Is it some sort of philosophy? I'm not sure. Philosophy too. We've got 0.060 is what I think it's what is it what philosophers or scientists say when they don't know what they're talking about. So let's go. It's an emergent property. It's an emergent property. What the fuck? This comes out of nowhere. Pop you. So like, oh look, a unicorn just popped into existence. Bam, something like that. I think that's kind of the talk. Anyway, 0.060 we're up on the old vault today, and it's rising up. And this is going to be the first, as I understand it, first multi-chain, multi-collateral liquidity fork in the world, which is pretty exciting. As I say many times, there's about 35, 40 liquidity forks in the world, but they're all I think they're all single chain. So this could be the first multi-chain one. So pretty cool. That is the old vault. So we're looking forward to the launch of there. That's one of the heavyweight launches coming up, one of the bigger launches coming up. And it came out of the blue from Fast Abdul. We knew Fast Abdul was working on quite a few projects, but this one here was much bigger vision than we might have thought. So there we go. And of course, Fast Abdul launched Ink Printer. So we've got the liquidity fork that uses Ink token, and now he's launching this multi-chain one. Brennan says that he met Jexa in IRL. He's a good bloke. He is a good bloke, indeed. He is. So that's where we are right now. That is the vault. So we're looking forward to that. What else? Let's scroll down here a little bit here. So we've got pretty good green candles today, even on low volume, because liquidities are all low volume too, right? Liquidity is pretty small on the old chain. We got PMX down here as well at the moment, PMX 500. It's been around for 7 months, up 5.5%. Ink token is down here at number 66. Does anyone remember? Was it order number 66? Is that it in Star Wars? Dark day in the Star Wars history there, especially if you're a kid. All right, jokes aside. I need a comedy thing here. We got ALGO here at number 69, up 5%. That's on the back of Hex as well, Hex derivative. The Fitzgerald company managing to hold up here. Let's go check out these guys. I was highly skeptical of this one, and yeah, it's down at 0.2 of a penny right now. Market cap at 2 million still. What else we got there? Liberty, number 73, 4.4%. X game at 1,500 of a penny. So it seems to have stopped bleeding out, has it? 3.6%. So we'll look at X game. There was a lot of drama around X game and a hold account. And it's down at the bottom range now, isn't it? We've been back here in June. We had the big hyper rally, sold down there as well. Had a lot of manipulations going on, lots of insider potentialities and things like that. So there's a lot of drama with that. That's not always as transparent as it should be. So there we go. And so that is X game. So we keep open mind about that though. And there was expectance the second game. I'm not sure if it's whether that's all pursuing. Continuing on, or it's being put on the shelf. I think X game. I don't think we could connect to it the other day. I haven't checked recently, so I don't know whether it was a temporary thing or a permanent thing. So we'll try and find out more info on that. We've got Pump Tires right now, up 3%. This is the main brand one for Pump Tires. I think this is going to get a bit of a boost in the future. The argument would be that it's going to get support from Liberty Swap. I believe they're doing a front end for this. Now you have to go double check that, but I think they are doing a front end for this. Obviously, we just saw another emerging DeFi ecosystem on PulseChain. They just created a front end for it too. I'm just trying to think what they're called. Send. Send. They just launched something there. I don't think it's going to be the same scalable as LibreSwap, because obviously LibreSwap's a much bigger entity. But yeah, that could get a lot more love. We'll see. We'll see what happens there with the old brand when PulseChain recovers as well. We shall see. But it is kind of the brand name for the pump tires. What else we got going on here? We got the liquid lines. Well, obviously that's not going to do too well until Pulse recovers on the liquid lines. Sol Sun Minimum up 1.7%. Now that's going to be migrating to Solana, presumably by the end of the year. We're getting towards the end of the year. It's not like I say 5 weeks ago. So we'll see what happens there. But you can, if you do get it, you can follow them over to Solana whenever they decide to move. Now we've got the humpback holder. Now I believe he's the founder of Liberty Swap and Peahen and others. And there's also these new tokens he's launched have been were pumping yesterday, the day before or so, but down today, holding on to 1.5%. Oh, we've got a SolidX there. I'm going to SolidX. SolidX is at 74%, 74 cents. But I just want to go to the hold one here from Humpback Holder. And I believe this guy's the founder of Peacock and others. So Quadruple Zero is 7,700 right now on the old wave. What else we got there? Let's scroll down a little bit there. SCADA. Sorry, this is the SCADA. I confused the other one before, but this is SCADA. This is the one that's related to Neat Supply, and it's up slightly green, 30%. That's pretty much it. Everything else is down actually at the moment. Oh, we got Peacock actually had a little bit of a profit taking. That's a surprise. That was actually performing pretty well. But yes, it did. 15-minute chart. Look at that. A lot of volume came in here. Look at all that volume. That's interesting. I'm not sure what's caused all that, but that is coming down. So we only got 4 days to go. But yeah, there was a big amount of volume came in there and dumped the heck out of it. Wow. Look at that. Not small candles either relative to the volume. 25, 30, and that all happened in the last hour or two, not 2 hours. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, last time I looked at it today was at 1,300, and it just got sold all the way down to just below 1.2 cents. A drama there on the old Peacock. All right, so I'm not sure what's driven that. We've got time dividend down there as well, down 14%. That is also on the move, and of course that there has swapping, and I guess there's a bit of an aggregator too, but it's at the bottom at the moment. But these should all these kind of blue chippy projects should all reverse once PulseChain gets to reverse, right? But of course we've got the ProveX sacrifice and waiting for a bit of capital to flow back into the chain. So that's the old markets there. Now we do have new projects launching coming up. Now I haven't talked about this one, I don't think at all. But we've got Neil for T-shares here, and True DeFi is going to be launching. True 2x soon on PulseChain, allowing users to 2x their deposits, their PLS deposits. No platform token to purchases, just sustainable DeFi yield. Now, as I understand, I think you deposit Pulse. They will you deploy your miner, and then you accrue dividends, and then you exit a 2x. Now, these models are typically only successful when you start from the bottom and go through a rising market. And so that's kind of the idea here, is that the timing in the market is pretty important. And I do believe that it's kind of like index investing, right? So I think they try to look for appropriate yields. Now, they have to be very careful about that, which they invest in, but that is the kind of idea. So that is coming up from Neil for T-shares, a well-known community member, and that is True DeFi there. So we've got to look at the site there. So that's coming up. I mean, already got a decent little following there, 733 followers, and that's coming up there. You've got Rip City Pulse covering it. So yeah, that is coming up, guys. So keep a lookout for that, True DeFi, and we might see more of them in the future. I don't think they're too far away, are they, from launching as well? So that is True DeFi coming up in the protocol. I guess you would call it, what would you call it, an ROI protocol, really, in some degrees, even though you have a miner in it, you have that sort of thing. Now we've got Liberty Swap. So we saw some selling off. What the heck happened there? I'm not quite sure. But maybe someone just wanted to redeploy somewhere. I don't know. Someone with some decent bags. But anyway, we've got Liberty Swap at the moment. I was going to cover a little bit of happenings with that before we get into the ProveX sacrifice. And we can see that we've got some interesting stuff. So Binance says 7 more days. So I'm not sure what that's referring to, but Liberty Swap is teasing. You never know whether Liberty Swap's teasing or whether actually alluding to something or whatever, but they go, they are counting down. And then say, Now, obviously, people are tying in Richard Hart and CZ right together. It's going to be in the play. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. There's Mr. Hart and CZ. This is Mr. Hart and CZ world. We just live in it, pay rent, take out the garbage, and try not to get liquidated on the way. PulseChain to $1. Just saying it there. So I'm not quite sure what they mean there. But yeah, that was the tease. I'm not sure whether they've got any comments here. All right, so some just bullish posting there. Now 2 hours ago, obviously Peacock was up. Like I said to you, last time I checked it a couple hours ago, it was at 1.34, but it's just been sold down by some pretty heavy selling actually. So I'm not sure who's doing that, whether it's the team or whether it's somebody else, just a large holder or two. Obviously, once someone sells, there's more other people get. And also, we have limit orders on the chain, so people might get triggered on limit orders. We don't have that much leverage on the chain, so it's unlikely to be that. Team meeting update. I told them we should use all our liquid funds to buy Pulse and Peacock. Everyone stared at me, and I suggested selling a kidney. Clearly, they need a strong conviction. Should I go full clips mode and disappear for a few months? So this is pretty funny from the Big Short movie, of course, which is a great movie. If you haven't seen that, definitely check that out. Then 45 minutes ago, OMG, yeah, I got a sell down there. Not sure what's going on there, but let's see if anyone sells. So yeah, keep your head up. Yeah. So yeah, someone sold down. I'm not sure what's going on there, but let's have a scroll up here. I just want to get into the actual updates. Where are we going? We got some news here. Sorry. We got some news. So WTF, obviously the price was up really high and then it got sold down. And then, of course, taking profit clearly, says somebody. I'm not sure what the wink is there, but what else? Let's scroll down here. So let's scroll up a little bit there. I have a good news and bad news. 33 minutes ago, says Liberty Swap. Railgun release. So this is hot off the press, guys. We're getting it just as it's coming out, which is kind of cool that I'm covering it. Railgun release update. Good news. The Railgun contract and internal testing are complete. Everything is working well, and we are now preparing for deployment. After months of development, our protocol contract has grown quite complex. Upgrading the contract across all supported asset takes about 6 hours. Wow. Once that is finished, we will roll out a new UI with Railgun wallet support, and this is very exciting about the Railway wallet support, followed by the final Railgun deployment. Doing everything in a single push would require about 36 hours of non-stop coordination. Wow, that's impressive. Which increases security risk during upgrades and deployment. To ensure safety and stability, we're spreading out the rollout across a safer timeline, updated timeline. So December the 1st, they're going to refactor the smart contract release for all chains, including USDC and ETH pools, plus migration. Estimated maintenance window will be from 0 to 6 p.m. UTC, 6 to a.m. UTC on December the 1st. LibertySwap will be in maintenance during this time, and the protocol will not be available for 6 hours. December the 1st to the 3rd, deployment and testing of the new Railway wallet and UI, Railway wallet UI and real product settings, and then December the 7th, Railgun contract deployment. So obviously it's going to take a little bit longer than the 28th, wasn't it? I think it was 20th. No, 30th of November, I think, was the deadline. So obviously this is extending it out over a week period, and a couple of days later, and then a week period there. So that is the good news and the bad news. Bad news. And the good news is it was just a typo. Okay. So there we go. Told you do they have 2025 on it? They have 26 on it. Maybe the 20. Oh, yeah, the December 25. Yeah, so it's a typo there. So that 26 is actually 2025. What else we got there? Yeah, that's probably a good summary right there. It's a bit of a typo there. They should probably just edit it. They get a chance to edit it within an hour, so they should probably just do that. What else we got there? Good news, release of the Railgun is 2025. Yeah. I'm cooking on my turkey and posting at the same time. I did not know how to edit the post on my phone. Yeah, all right. So that is. I don't know whether I don't know if that triggered a sell off. Maybe that was the trigger. I don't know. But the sell off was earlier, right? The sell off was earlier. So that's pretty crazy. With the old Peacock, might be a little bit of a buying opportunity there with that little sell there from whoever's holding it. So that is pretty much it on Liberty Swap. So we've got the hot latest and greatest. So yeah, Railgun's coming. It's going to be just slightly later and take a bit of a week process because it's such a big deal. 36 hours, my goodness. What a rollout that is for a contract. So I'm glad they're taking the safe route with that because it's such a fundamental pumpamental for PulseChain. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, so there we go. That's Liberty Swap. We might just leave that there and we might come back to it and see if they've got any other updates in a minute. But anyway, we're going to get into ProveX because we're on day, we've got 48 minutes to the end of the day. And let's do a refresh. So the end of day 15, guys, the end of day 15. Fat fingered the release date, yeah. That might have caused a flash crash, Brennan. Yeah. But I think it was afterwards, right? I think it was afterwards. So there we go. So on 26, oh, screw that. I'm dumping my feet cut. Yeah, be like that. Screw that. I'm just dumping. Yeah. Oh, sorry guys, 2025. It was just a fake. It's just a fake out. Oh damn! I gotta buy it back. This is the PulseChain mentality, right? It's the PulseChain. Could have caused a sell-off. Yeah. Probably still is, Brendan. It's all about information, right? Who knows what at what time. All right, so anyway, we've got 47 minutes to go in the end of day 15, and we've got 6 more days left to the D-Day. I call it D-Day because it's the day that might be, we'll see how much of the community decides to sell down their cheap bags. Because Richard Hart, remember, said don't sell at a loss, but people are still going in. And look, the Bunkermental guys came along and they created a great public sacrifice for the people, but of course helped to dump down more of the chain, right? Because we know a certain percentage of it is coming from the existing chain. So there's a positive and a negative right there. Brendan's in the house there. Emotional. I got to do it. Emotional. Oh damn, I can't do it because I got the wrong accent on my voice right now. I can actually do that pretty well. That one, emotional damage. But yeah, there we go. Damn it, I just can't bring it out. It's not coming forth. Anyway, we got 4.82 million right now for day 15. 95.6 billion points have been allocated so far. 295 sacrifices. There we go. So we're at 6 days after this to go to the countdown and end of the base rate, and then hopefully PulseChain will be free. It will be free to be whoever PulseChain's going to be after 6 days. And the Band-Aid has been ripped off. Railgun is coming a little bit later. So that's finishing on the 2nd. And the Railgun there is going to be out just after that, right? In fact, just after the time when these what would we say, the 7th, was it? Yeah, so just after these days after the D-Day, when we get a little bit more selling, because these are all the people that come late, right? And they go, oh, the rate's gone up, but it's still not that bad, so I'm going to sacrifice now. That's those guys, right? So they come in here. I missed the D-Day, but there's a couple of days, and then we'll get to day 7, then Railgun. So the timing's probably pretty perfect, actually, if you think about it like that. So there we go. Maybe that's what the team were thinking about too. I don't know. But there we go. That is it right now. The top team is the ProveX pool run by Bunkermental's guys from the PH Universe team. And they've got almost 2.4 million. So it's just slowly creeping up. I wouldn't say maybe around 100,000 a day, maybe not even that, maybe not 80K, something like that, but it's definitely creeping up. And then it's just below 60 billion points. So 60 billion and they're 96. So they got most of the points. So there's 96 billion points. They got 60 billion. So it's doing a great job from that point of view, isn't it? Short-term pain for PulseChain though, because they've taken a lot of crypto from the chain. Not all. A lot of it's apparently the majority of it's presumably new capital from other chains, but definitely PulseChain's. A lot of stable coins have been sucked into it. We're going to check that out. Number 2 is 70 million. $70,000, and it's 1.4 billion points. 64,000 is number 3, and the multipliers there 2.5, 1, just under 2, and 1.96. So that's the play right now. Right, so that is the top one. They're getting the top 100, top 10 now. I used to need 22,000. Now apparently you need 32,000 to get in the top 10, and that is a multiplier of 1.84. So there we go. So the other person must have dropped near. All the 20,000 guys have dropped into page 2, guys. Losers. No, I'm just kidding. All the guys down there are gone. Yeah, that's just a joke. It is comedy day today on the show. So, there we go. It's not real. real. It's not real. All right, so we got the old Ethereum there. It's $3.6 million. So out of that 4.8, 3.6 million has come from Ethereum. But due to the Buckamentals guys and their ProveX pool, damn those guys. No, they're getting a good multiplier, but they've we got $980,000 of stables from PulseChain. That's like $1 million that could have gone into PulseChain. Damn you guys. Anyway, so that is that's sitting there. That's gone in there so far. At least it's gone to a good cause. No expectations. Hashtag Richard Hart. Hashtag Richard Hart. Magic Upride. Is it going to come back around or what? Is it multiplier effect on the circulation? No, there we go. But that's almost $1 million on the PulseChain there through the Bridgeton stables and stuff. BSC at the moment sitting at 75k, base at number 4 for 49k, and Solana at 41k, Arbitrum 32k, and Bitcoin at 15. So it's interesting to see actually where the money's coming from. That's very telling. But Arbitrum in there, I kind of find that interesting. Solana a little bit interesting. Base not so much, BSC not so much, but definitely those two are quite interesting. Now, the question is, of course, around the OA coming in and doing the sack on that as well, taking the majority of the coins. So we expect that to happen at some stage too. So that's pretty much it on the ProveX sacrifice. Now, not actually, we got one final thing, and that is Rackham Michelle. Rackham Michelle keeps putting out these very crazy kind of cool things. He says very shortly it will become clear who really owns the arena. What do we got there? I guess we got B Roots and running around there. We got the Buckamental guys from the ProveX pool. Is he talking about taking out the top spot? If he does take out the top spot, right? Where the heck the thing gone? If he does take out the top spot, then let me go back to the beginning here. Then he's taking out this. Then that 2.5 will get gutted, guys. It'll still be good. Still be a good amount, but if he's going to come in with more than, at the moment it's 2.4 million, if he comes in with more than 2.4 mil, and if he brings a consortium of people that also do multi-million dollars, then that's going to be pushed way down from 2.5, which still be better than going alone. But then, the risk premium going alone, there's that gap between going alone and in a public pool, because you're trusting a custodial middleman, which is the irony about the whole sacrifice, right? Because you're trusting a middleman. But hey, look, they've got a pretty good reputation. They've got 4 projects on PulseChain and so on. So there we go. They seem like good guys. So there we go. That's kind of where we are right now on the old ProveX, and Rackham Michelle is ratcheting up. He keeps posting these little teasers here. Now, hey, you got to remember, he's got Coinwell he's got launching too, so he's got to fund that capital, and so he's got lots of things. This is kind of something that came a bit late, and we'll see what he does there. First he was going to be in it, next minute he wasn't going to be in it. Now he's teasing about being in it. He also teased about Brennan says, will RH take top spot? Well, that's what we expect to see, is RH take top spot. So when I'm talking about this, I'm just excluding RH and OA stuff there. Yeah, of course. But didn't he come in? I think he came in at the end of the after the volume period, I'm pretty sure, from the sacrifices. It's about the volume multiplier, right? I think. All right. So that is it. Rack and Michelle having fun. All right, so let's go back to LibertySwap, see if we've got any more updates around that. How are we doing for time? And 58 minutes, so we're doing pretty good time. So we've got a little bit more extra stuff there. Yeah, so we got the post at the top here, which actually had the accidental. Actually, this is the correct one now. Sorry, I fixed it. Yeah, so this is it's been corrected. So it now says 2025. So estimated so December the 1st now to the 7th. So railgun contract deployment the 7th, which is actually perfectly timed, I think, with what we would see the last real significant capital outside the OA going into the ProveX sacrifice. So the timing is pretty perfect there. That also means that it may also, Coinwell may launch around a similar time, which would be interesting. It's a lot of activity on the PulseChain. We also got Coinbound, not Coinbound. We've got the what's the last one? We got damn it, not Vouch. What's the other one? Fast Abdul's project. What's it called? Damn it. Vault 369. There it is. Oh man, I was just about freezed out there. Freeze. 1 minute. Freeze. All right, so that's coming. We could have quite a few heavyweights, man. Could get pretty busy. December's going to be busy, guys. PulseChain is looking hot. Now, as you guys know, I talked about yesterday, but talked about Tetra and that coming out. I'm pretty excited about that. Tetra is looking good. Stu does look like with the demo video coming out, that's a substantiator. We love that. And that means that things could be getting really rock and roll on PulseChain, leading the way with many protocols, hefty, big significant protocols. This is really positive. So I'm excited about it. Hope you guys too. Could be pretty exciting. 2 more weeks and then we peak. So lots of exciting stuff happening there. That is on the old Liberty swap. So that's pretty cool. Brennan says he could have been buying with small wallets before the adoption curve in previous stacks. I do believe it was towards the end for the majority of the tokens. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was after the volume multiplier. Small disclosed wallets. Well, sure. I mean, he could do that too. I mean, that's true. He could do that on his private bags or whatever. However, he decides to ring fence OA stuff. For sure. Manizzle, shadizzle, manizzle. All right, so that is where we are right now on the old Liberty swap. What was the last thing I was going to check out? Something else. Let's go back to Thick Screen. Now, there is quite a bit of news out for X1 chain the last couple of days, and particularly today. But I haven't really. I want to do that on a different stream, so I might do another stream later on and just do X1. We'll see, maybe. But that's pretty cool. So we've got Peacock and got a little bit of a sell-off there. There's a weekly candle. Let's have a look at the hourlies. Hasn't got sold down to 1.1. Yeah, and just down there. So a delay in a week and people sold down. I don't know. I don't think they knew. Info there. It is what it is. So let's actually scroll down and we'll go to, go $1,000. It doesn't look like anything there. I mean, this one here, maybe it was smaller amounts. Maybe it was $500. 1,100. I just tried to see who the wallet was that was doing it because interesting. All right, so that's kind of where we are right now on the old Liberty swap. Let me scroll back up here. We'll go to the screen. Shizzle, frizzle, manizzle, says Brennan. Indeed, you're so ghetto. Is it ghetto saying? I don't know. Shizzle, I guess it is. 4D chess, says Brennan. Yeah, 4D and chess. All right, so that is it. So we've got lots of cool stuff happening, guys. PulseChain, is the bottom going to be on the 2nd December, or we already had it? Did we have it the other day, the first day when we did 30% retrace plus? We're back over 2,000 on PulseChain. That's kind of cool, but we are counting down 6 more days, guys, to that D-Day. What will happen? Are people exhausted? Are they going to go? No, surely there's going to be people going in on the day. That just seems the most probable event. Because people will go, oh, it's the last day of the base rate. I better go in now. I've been, watching, observing, procrastinating, and now I've got to go in. So that's kind of what we expect there. And then, of course, we could have big dramas from big whales going in, like, Hex Godwell, Rack and Michelle, all sorts of people. Rack and Michelle's mates. So there's lots of possibilities there. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Rack and Michelle did tease that he didn't think the ProveX pool would be in the top 5 by when it's all said and done. So I don't know. That's a big words there. That's, what do we say, 2.4 million or something. So they're going to have to do a bit of work on that. And so, the excitement grows. So we've got ProveX coming up. We've got Railgun delayed a little bit, but for good reason. And then we've got, that's coming the 7th. So 2nd, the 7th. And then we've got Coinwell. We've got the 369 one, the Vault 369. Damn it, Vault 369. And we've got Tetra coming, Signum Oracle coming. And guess what's happening on Monday, guys? guess what's happening on Monday? I know many of you that have been faithful watchers probably participated, but we've got a PUSD algo update coming from Jacob. OMG, OMG. Everyone's excited about that. And so, yeah, we don't know what it's going to be. We don't know what it's going to be. We're going blind. But everyone's been waiting. I get hit up all the time about that, and that's cool. I understand. But looks like we're getting an update now. So there we go. We did have a few teasers, a little tease from my was it the I don't know what did I call him last time? I keep saying mouse, but a mouse is the strong one. Little secret spy. No, it's not a spy. What is he? He's an informant. That sounds bad. He is. He knows stuff. He's a guy that knows stuff. Let's say that goes. And he teased us about the that PUSD ALGO. About the yawn was going to be aligned with the Genius Act and things like that. So we're not sure what that all means. We know that very positive things. So what we know, at least based on previous information that we have up to date, right? Doesn't mean that we don't get any new information, but we know that the two conditionalities for its launch was one, that it needs the Oracle and it needs the Signum Oracle because the Jacob considers the Fetch Oracle a competitor or something like that, and also I think it may lack like random number generator tools or something like that. That's kind of my understanding there. Number two, and it looks so with Tetra coming, we're expecting Signum or Oracle to come, and therefore that would take away one of the two, I guess, conditionalities or prerequisites for PUSD ALGO. The second one was the collateral value, that they need a certain amount of collateral value based on the current model that we know is operating, that was going to operate for the PUSD ALGO, was that they needed a certain amount of capital, and that capital may be up towards $1 million. Although I do personally think they'd probably get away with $500,000 because, you double everything up in a pool. Yeah. So at the moment, the value is because ETH's come back so dramatically. Remember, ETH was up at 4,900, and it was looking very good for the collateral towards at least that minimum of 500,000, if that's enough. And then it's come all the way back, of course, and I think it's probably sitting around 200K right now, 200,000. In fact, I think I might have it. So let me have a look. What did I have it on? What account did I have it on? I think I had on PulseChain stats. I was tracking it on there. PulseChain stats. Let me have a look to see whether it's still on there. And so it needed the right collateral value to pair up. Now, do I have the actual? I do have it tracking. It's still tracking. Yeah, so it looks like it's worth about 196,000 right now. So I think that when we were up at 4,900, I can't remember what it was worth, but it was like 350 or so, or something like that, maybe even higher. So it was starting to get up there. And so the other thing was that it get up. So if we have a run on ETH, and ETH it runs all the way past 5K and gets up to like 7K or something, which is very possible. I mean, it can re-rate very fast towards the end of the year. We've still got a good 5 weeks to go, and it can do some crazy stuff in that time, right? So if that does play out, and Tom Lee's still pretty bullish about that, then it could get there. So those are the kind of two conditionalities. Looks like we're getting rid of one of them, presumably, if Tetra launches in let's say in December, maybe even early December, then Signum will come pretty close after that, and therefore that one's gone. Therefore, it's just the collateral. Now, that being said, we're getting an update on Monday. We know that Jacob hired a team either the end of last year or the beginning of this year to work on basically PUSD ALGO to actually bring it to. Well, we had the original concept one that was running, and it worked very well live on test on the actual PulseChain, real chain. It was a test, but it was on PulseChain, and it ran for I think 40 days. Remember, 40 days, something like that, and it worked very well, and it made a lot of money too. It made a lot of money. And it was using stability miners, right? That's kind of the core part of it, the stability miners. And it's arguably, the first what's it called, algorithmic stablecoin that looks like it actually works. So if that's true, and then we're obviously, if we've got any potential adjustments to the Genius Act coming up, then that could be even more exciting. So we'll see what that means. Monday will tell us all. So we're looking at a positive frame for what the news will be rather than a negative frame. And so, yeah, they've been building that all year. Obviously, a lot of people have been, moaning about when it's going to launch, which is fair enough. It's taken a long time, but of course, what those two, prerequisites or conditionalities, they had to be solved anyway. So it's nothing Jacob could do about that until this point. But we'll see what happens on Monday. What is going to be out there? Has he got some other new ideas that have been pushed in there? Some new opportunities that have been pushed in there? Is the Genius Act part of it? We're going to find out. Is there going to be a bit of a roadmap to how it's going to launch? Is it, all sorts of stuff? And so we'll find out on Monday. So if you're in the PUSD ALGO sacrifice group, which is a lot of people, then that is the update at the moment. And if we do get end of year rally, I'm sure that's only going to help bolster it towards launching, because the collateral will go up dramatically. $196,400 at the moment that I'm tracking, and let's see where it goes. Right, so that is IMG, says Brennan, an update from Jacob. Indeed. Now, obviously, Jacob at the moment's been working on his upgrading all of his Mafia game, which is looking pretty good out there with all the new features and new game things in there. So people are excited about that. That's also coming up to launch, I guess, with the final step being the killing part, funny enough. And so that's getting there. And then the other one was, of course, on-chain bet is to be launching as well. Now, these are all going to be multi-chain protocols, and so it's really could be quite the ecosystem. The other thing, of course, having a stablecoin DeFi ecosystem like PUSD ALGO, that could be a real engine of his ecosystem, and we could see a lot of integrations in there quite naturally across these protocols. It'd be interesting. Also, PUSD ALGO is going to have a V3 DEX in it. Remember. And of course, we've got our DEXs. We've only got PulseX and 9mm right at the moment that are really doing well. And then we've got a couple of balancer forks, and then that's wide open for opportunity, especially multi-chain too. So pretty excited there. We know Liberty Swap's kind of moving into a little bit of area, but man, it could be pretty heavyweight. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. We'll see what he comes up with. He's a smart guy, and leading the DeFi in the world. I mean, he's really a DeFi leader in the world. So, and arguably probably the best peer-to-peer crypto dev in the world. So, yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. It's going to be fun times. All right, I think that's probably it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. An hour and 12 minutes, not bad. So Liberty Swap, we got that hot off the news. Wasn't that cool? Liberty Swap hot off the news there. Excited about that. So it looks like the 7th is when Liberty Swap Railgun will be going live now, because of the complexity of the rollout, 36 hours, and that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, there's no need to rush something, not that we can influence it anyway, but to have it done properly is the most important thing, and safely, very, very important. We've had enough rushings of things that have caused a little trouble here and there. So the more complicated something is, normally the more tech vectors. Think about, I think the Mafia game's got like 40 to 60 contracts or something running that thing. So, not surprised there. So safe and sure is better than a week early, right? Or at least on a week delay, let's say. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. All the best to all the teams that are launching these epic projects that we get to talk about. And look forward to that. And look, we had Rhinofy yesterday interview. Check that out. It was really, really awesome. Those guys are amazing. And we're probably going to have another interview with another team coming up very soon. So stay tuned for all that. All right. Cheers for the update. Super, says Brennan. You're most welcome. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels. Of course, the Crypto Night Show, Superman Crypto, and PulseChain X. And also on X, we're rebuilding our profile there. So don't forget to smash the follow at the top. Go to the top and do that right now. That'd be really great. Obviously, the only large channel in the PulseChain community that does daily shows, consistently. And so definitely smash that if you love covering all the markets, which we do. We're no drama channel, PC. We're a family channel, and we just like to cover the facts and the figures and all that sort of stuff, and have a bit of fun sometimes, like today. All right, so exciting times. We're going to make it. It's all going to happen. You got to trust the plan. Richard's multi-year plan. It's not multi-months, apparently. A multi-year plan, and for glory. And it looks like things are on the move this year. We've seen some dramatic moves in that direction this year. So believe, fight for glory. That's the play. All right, I hope you guys enjoy it. Take care. Catch you tomorrow. Bye for now. Wait. There might be Richard. What's that, Richard? Richard, are you there? No, Richard's not there. All right, not today, but we'll talk to him tomorrow maybe. All right, take care. Bye.